Hi there, YouTube. This is extremewirehead for another remains of the day, and I came back for. I'm sick because of this amazing card game tournament. Lots of people, 700 people all across the country, coming over together to play, and it was a blast. And for some reason, I had this idea that I could keep going, play some board games with some friends in the evening, and end up talking about possible rape scenarios and trying to get away from them as a little girl. Okay, fine. It's not a little girl, and I'm going to get smacked for that. But so I'm gonna shut up now and stop talking. But the reason I'm here today, and the reason that brought on this vlog today, is basically, God, it's a funny story. If you've ever heard of the Shin Megami Tensei games, they are a Japanese, and of course it's Japanese because I'm the one talking, but it's a Japanese game designer who always has this one motif that they play out very, very well. There is a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, specifically Tokyo for some reason, where demons and angels come out and they go to war, and you're humans, mortals, are stuck in the middle, and they're not exactly sure how to survive. And for some reason, nobody knows exactly who, whether God, demon, angel, whatever, somebody gives humans a portable app on their laptop, cell phone, tablet. They never actually mention it. It's different all the time, but something called a demon summoning program, and this thing allows you to whip the floor and beat up demons. And yeah, but the funny thing was, in this current version of this post-apocalyptic future that I was playing through is called SMT4, and it is a good, maybe, oh my god, it's like more than 10, maybe 15 years from the third game, Nocturne, which is, I believe it was a cult classic. But this fourth game, it's got a lot of things that I liked, a lot of things that I hated, and the dungeons are basically nothing in that game. But one of the things that really stuck to me and really, really hurt, and the topic of today's show, is basically the Golden Chalice. Because when you play through an SMT game, it always gives you a choice. Do you want to be the good guy, the bad guy, or do you want just to kill everything? Because that's always a choice. But then there's this middle route that appears, this gray world, where what if because throughout the journey you're given choices, and these choices affect what kind of ending you're gonna get, a la Mass Effect or stuff like that. Although technically, I should say they did the formula far in advance of anything that the West has ever done. But that being the case, they give you choices, and these give you points towards good and evil. And apparently, I didn't know it at the time, but I ended up on the neutral route. Sometimes I wanted to break the system, and sometimes I just wanted to keep the status quo, and it was enough to land me in the middle position. And at the middle position, it's not so clear. It's not so clear cut, because you will make enemies of the devil himself and God himself, and that's not an easy place to be. But where does the Golden Chalice come in? Well, when you're dropped off and told that you are a neutral person, you then go over to the guardian deity of Tokyo, Masakado, and ask him for help to help solve the problems of Tokyo and get everything back to the way it was. Natural stuff, right? And he's the guardian deity, so you know he's got some sort of power on him. You realize that because of all this conflict, he does not have any. And he gives you a golden chalice, and this golden chalice is so iconic to me. It was like an offhand comment by a great character that you just needed to fulfill some sort of condition. But when I heard, I didn't even see, I just read about this golden chalice, this stupid golden chalice that was given to me after all the trouble that I've been through. I have gone through multiple dimensions. I have killed demons across different worlds, and I have saved countless lives, and you give me this stupid golden chalice. And what do you tell me to do? You tell me, fill it with hope. Fill it with the hope of the people, that I may drink upon it and gain back my power as the guardian deity of Tokyo. Can you believe it? It was crazy. I had no idea what was going on. This idiot was telling me to find liquefied hope from the people. Sorry. Liquefied hope. And collect it. I have no idea how to do any of that. So, I had been fighting a lot. I've just walk over to the bar, not knowing what the hell to do. I don't drink, but you go to the bar because that's where you get your quests. And then the bartender tells me, "Oh, we're changing up the system. We're going to have this ranking system where whoever is the best quester in all of Tokyo will be shown on a single bar, and whoever's at the top will be the ray of hope in Tokyo." And guess what you have to do? It's shown in this crap. It's oh god. Basically, you have to run around and help everyone with all of their tiny little problems, whether it's a quest on the board or random people on the street begging for help. You have to do all of that. You have to make yourself notorious as the nicest person and the person doing the most for for Tokyo and the world, basically. Helping out, stopping the demons, creating a world where people can live in, and giving hope that through this shitty situation we can come out alive. And what happens once you hit the top? People start cheering. You walk up to every bar, you walk up to every small subway station where everyone is hiding away from the demons, and they smother you. They talk to you. They crap on you. They literally hide over teenage girls go over to the corner and say that they want to survive this Holocaust because they want to have a baby with me. That is the kind of devotion that I have to instill upon them. And it was ridiculous because every time I walked up to these gigantic crowds, the stupid chalice filled up with a liquid, and I have no idea why that is, and it was never explained. And the moment it filled up, the spirit of hope basically plopped out and took all the liquid with it, and it was an orb. It didn't even need a stupid chalice. It was just floating there. And I of course, you don't actually see all of this, but then when I saw that, when I read it, what was going on in the story, I was starting to have my doubts on whether or not the story actually made any sense. But it's what happens. I'm not complaining too much about the story, but that's exactly what happened. And yeah, that really stuck to me. You then go on to give Masakado some of his power back and take the world back from the angels and the demons. And fine, whatever. That's understandable. I'm not complaining about any of that, but to use some weeaboo words, or to use some Japanese slang, that was the most shonen shit that I've ever had to do in a game, and it was the most blatant, almost fan servicey, patriotic crap that I had ever had to put myself through. It was great, don't get me wrong, but now I want a golden chalice of my own. And yeah, that. I still can't believe that was this week. This all happened this week, and I was when I was going through that, I was basically at the same time going through a large 700-man tournament for Cardfight Vanguard. I was going out with friends. I basically pooped out because there was a lot of different things going on. And at the moment, I'm trying to recover, but I think it's going to take more than that because it's my grandma's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Ama. And then on Monday, I'm on a trip to Taiwan for work. And God, it's just all of these things. I can't wait for the end of the year. I can't wait for it all to be over. But wouldn't it be great if I had my own golden chalice? It doesn't even need to be filled with hope. Okay? I don't even need it to be like clean. I just want to smother the goddamn thing and I don't know, stare at it and laugh at it because God, that was the corniest crap that I've ever had to do. It's funny how in a virtual reality game I can say these sorts of things. Now I want a golden chalice. Why? Well, I have this story, and that story never really happened, but I felt like it did. That's why I want this chalice. Funny little thing. What a little bit of storytelling can do to you. Anyway, this has been Extreme Wirehead talking about a little bit about the week and some of the crazy crap that I've been getting myself into. It's gonna be a long next couple of weeks as we round out the year. I hope that Christmas preparations are going very well for you, and I'll see you hopefully next week with the next remains of the day. If you'd like to contribute, you could always write down something that was amazing about the week, and maybe I'll pick it up, talk about it for you. Anyway, peace.